Good morning, Mama S here, and this is blog post number 45 called Shifting Your Perspective. And this is one of my favorite blog posts that I wrote, and I highly recommend if you have time. It's very short. As you can see, it is like one page long. It's a very, very short post, all about shifting your perspective. And really what it was is, at work I train people. And I got to work and I saw a name on my calendar and I was just like filled with dread, because everybody that I talked to about this person just said terrible things about them and about how horrible they were. They said, "I'm so sorry you have to talk to them." And like, I just was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And I got on the phone with them, and I'm an eternal optimist. Like, I'm like, it's fine. I'll figure it out. Everything will be okay. And when they first got on the phone, they lived up to their reputation. Like, they were grumpy. They were like just very short and very aggressive. And I was like, oh gosh, how am I going to do this? But I just stayed positive and I just stayed nice. And I'm like, it's going to be okay. And, let's talk through this and kind of go. And it was literally under a minute and they were laughing with me. And they were like, okay, like, let's do this. Let's give this a try. Like, I'm on the phone, show me. And by the end of the call, you would have thought that we were best friends. And it really made me think about our fostering journey and about Precocious. Because when we were looking to take her, when you're a treatment foster home, you get like a bio that tells you all about the child and their history and care. And you get to talk to the worker, and sometimes you get to talk to the previous foster homes. And everybody said very intense things and very almost scary things about her as a person. And it was really funny because we'd read so many bios of children and we were like, no, we can't take them. No, we can't take them. And the bio for Precocious was no different. Like, there were a lot of really big red flags, a lot of things that were alarming, like the fact that she was only in her previous foster home for a couple of weeks when they put in their notice and said she couldn't stay anymore. And we're like, I don't know. And we went and met her, and we just were open to the possibility of other possibilities. And we'd actually met other children as well, and those were not a good fit. And we could see where what was written in paper and what was said would be very true. But there was just something about all of us that clicked. And we were like, you know what? Maybe this can be different. Maybe she doesn't have to be the child that she's been up until the moment she knows us. Maybe we can help her to see that there's a different way to live. And so we took a chance and we said yes. And I was just talking to my family this last weekend, and we were talking about the fact that the child who moved in with us is not the child who lives with us. And it really has to do with what I was talking about in the last post, where every single month we pick something to focus on. But really, we treat her in a way that allows her to do better every single time. And we believe in the fact that you fail forward, and when you make a mistake, that it's okay to make that mistake. You learn from that mistake, and then you kind of go forward. And so, just like we shifted perspectives for that person that I talked to online, we shifted our perspective on Precocious, and we continue to help her to be successful and to show her that you can be an amazing person, and you can be a kind person, and you can control your emotions, and setting her up to live that successful life. And because of that, she's living up to those expectations. Now, I will say, she's still that child who came to us. She's still that person on the inside. And on days when we slack on the way that we parent her, and the way when we slack on certain things, all of a sudden that stuff comes out and we're like, oh yeah, that's who she is. But because we set her up in a way that helps her be successful and helps her have good days, she has good days. A post that I'm going to do in a couple of days is about guided meditation, and it's really interesting that that is an integral part of our lives and our daily lives and our calming of her down, and it's really interesting. So stay tuned to that. I'm going to get to that a little bit more. I have one more post to do today, and then I'll be caught up, and then we'll be ready to do that one. So stay tuned. If you're enjoying, please subscribe. Please share these videos. We're trying to up our readership or viewership, I guess. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day.